This is English shorthand dictation number 5 and the dictation speed is 100 words per minute. Ready, start. Sir, the Press Council Second Amendment Bill 1974 was introduced by me in the last session as I submitted in my statement which I laid on the table of the House. I requested the House to consider the Second Amendment because an ordinance had to be issued since the life of the Council was expiring. Since the life of the present Council was expiring, we had to issue the ordinance. At this stage, I do not think I have much to say because it is a very simple bill. It is only trying to extend the life of the Press Council till the end of the year. If we are able to finalize the formation of the Press Council earlier, then of course the present term would expire earlier. You will recall I had said in the course of the last debate that a committee of members of parliament has been working for the drafting of the second bill which is likely to come up before the end of this session. If time is made available, I will make every effort to bring it before this session itself. The committee has been sitting and they have been able to come to their conclusions more or less. It is now in the drafting stage and I hope it will be possible for me to bring the bill before the House soon. I would not like to go into the merits and demerits of the new bill at this stage. I would only say that it is a very simple bill extending the life of the present council. I hope the House will approve of this at an early date so that I can go to the other House before the budget debate is taken up. Mr. Deputy Chairman, I welcome the minister's statement that before this session ends, the government would be in a position to bring the comprehensive press council amendment bill before this house for consideration because that would be the proper occasion for discussing the working of the press council in depth. He said that this particular bill, which seeks to replace the ordinance, is a simple bill, no doubt about it. It is a very small bill dealing with merely the term of the Press Council and giving life to the Press Council, which would have otherwise expired even today. I do not object to the contents of the bill, but I take strong exception to the procedure followed by the government in this regard. It has been my general objection that Article 123 of the Constitution, which empowers the President to promulgate ordinances during the recess of Parliament, is a very special power. It is an extraordinary power which has to be exercised with very great caution and care and only in an emergent situation. Unfortunately, with this government, Article 123 has become a matter of routine. It has been stated in the statement by the minister explaining why an ordinance was necessary that because the bill was introduced only on 21st December there was no time to pass the bill as the life of the Press Council was due to expire on 31st December. For this reason, there was no option except to take recourse to an ordinance. My submission to the government would be that the government was fully in the know that the term of the Press Council was due to expire on 31st December. This was not something which suddenly came out. Why did not the government take prompt measures in time to bring forth a bill before Parliament extending the term of the Press Council instead of introducing the bill only towards the fag end of the session of Parliament and then making it a plea for promulgating the ordinance? My point simply is that Article 123 is not intended to remedy the negligence of the government. It is not intended to cover up the lapses of the government. It is intended to be invoked only in extraordinary circumstances when something new crops up which was not or could not be foreseen while the Parliament was in session. Suppose, for instance, between the 21st or 22nd December, when the Parliament session ended, and the 31st December, something had happened which made it absolutely obligatory for the government to have recourse to this ordinance making power, then I could have understood it. But in this case, I would say that this is only another manifestation of the government's habit of taking recourse to ordinances. Rule by ordinance, I hold very strongly, is repugnant to the concept of parliamentary democracy. It denigrates and weakens the efficacy and primacy of the parliamentary institutions. It is on this ground that I oppose the promulgation of such ordinances. The Press Council has been in existence for 9 years now, and it was in 1985 that the Press Council Bill was passed.